it's time for IP in the news. So what's going on with that?
I need a cup of coffee.
I didn't think I thought you drank tea. You're a tea drinker, not a coffee drinker. I'm a coffee drinker.
Yeah, this is a patent that IBM had issued in 2018. We've yet to see it, but it's called drone delivery of coffee based on a cognitive state of an individual.
So cognitive state, those are pretty fancy words. If you look at the patent, though, it shows a cognitive state of somebody falling asleep. So I guess what you would do is use the drone to deliver the coffee to somebody who really, really needs it.
Right. Or you can raise your hand when the drone's flying by. Kind of like, remember at the football games and the baseball games, the peanut guys.
Yeah, I just wonder when that's going to happen. When are the peanut sellers at ball games going to get replaced by drones? So it'd be kind of a sad
that
thing.
Would be horrible. But anyway, this hasn't happened yet. So the thing that kind of gets me is that that they would like the drinker for whom an electronic analysis of sensor data indicates to be in a predetermined cognitive state. Like, what are they going to do?
I don't know. If it were me, they just need an audio sensor and they could hear my snoring. But personally, as much as I respect IBM, I could see where a lot of employees would need that working at that company.
Yes, we won't do any engineer jokes this show. Okay.
Anyway, so it's time for Richard's Roundtable, and who is going to be our first target? I guess Tom. Tom, tell us, what do you think about the flying coffee machine? And also, if you have any questions about intellectual property, please send them over, and we'll do our best to address them.
Well, the flying coffee thing, it just cracks me up, honestly. I think it's an excuse to try and figure out how to use a drone. It's like years ago, I was involved in a company that was building lasers when lasers just weren't used anywhere. They were a solution looking for a problem. I think that's what this drone thing is too. A solution looking for a problem. And cognitive state just cracks me up. It's like my cognitive state's likely to be all over the map at any time of the day. And I'm afraid there'd be a drone over my house about 30 hours a week.
Well, if you're a hacker, why don't you could conceivably just cause the drone to dump coffee on your least favorite coworker too. So I think there's a lot of angles to this that need to be addressed.
Yeah, I think people would buy into that even more.
So Charisse, what's on your mind?
Well, it all sounds a little crazy to me. Crazy, maybe not the right word. I am not a coffee drinker, so I am always amazed by how coffee infiltrates our world, and this is a lot.
Yeah.
Good point.
I think she makes a good point there. Yeah. It's going to extremes, I guess. What else could you have these drones bring you, like the remote, for example, or you could fly it to Wendy's and get a cheeseburger.
You know what I want? My drone idea, right? So our lawn is really wet a lot of the time, so I want a drone that cuts the lawn but flies above it, so you don't get any tire tracks in the lawn. But someday maybe.
I think they already have those, by the way. They do have. They've
heard me talking about it.
You didn't file a patent when you had a chance.
like I would have time to do that project. Please. I just want it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Dave, what about you? What are your thoughts?
Well, my music is sometimes used to put people to sleep. So I'm not sure how my music would fit in with this coffee drone thing. But anyway, it sounds a little bit like I agree with Tom that it's a solution looking for a problem here, but anyway.
But do you drink coffee when you're composing music?
No, I'm not really a coffee drinker. I like tea. I do like, but I'm from the South. I like sweet tea.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
But doesn't sweet tea just sort of provide a jolt of some sort?
Oh, it does.
Between
Oh,
the
yeah.
sugar?
It may have more caffeine. It may have more caffeine than coffee. I don't know, but it'll keep you awake.
So I can imagine listening to Dave's music and just all of a sudden it's speeding up in the middle of it, and that's where he was composing with iced tea.
Or you're listening to Dave's music and you're trying to fall asleep in the drone flying.
Waking you up. Waking you up.
What about Kenya?
I don't know. What about Kenya?
What about Kenya?
Kenya, what are your thoughts?
I agree with Tom. I think that, and a little bit of the conspiracy theorist in me thinks it's a way to measure employee productivity. So in terms of like delivering a cup of coffee, are they really finding about other things that are going on, like on the floor with employees? So I don't know. It's just,
That's
I don't know.
that's
It's a
great.
clever way to figure out
A
things.
spy drone disguise.
I guess so. It's like, what does it mean when they start tallying the number of cups of coffee that an employee drinks? Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? You know, so
May show up on your performance appraisal.
Right.
You put it on your permanent record.
Along with pictures of whatever was on your desk at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, flies over, takes a picture of your computer screen. We know what they're up to for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, so well, that was really a fun debate.